So Kanye is having another one of his mental breakdowns. And look, I understand why a lot of people are upset with him. I understand why so many of his fans no longer want to support him. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't really think that peeing on your own monitor is an appropriate response to Kanye saying the things that he has been saying. Now, I guess I have never really been a fan of Kanye, so I don't really have any emotional investment in this. I have enjoyed some of his music, but I would never really say that I used to be a fan or was a fan or am a fan. I never really cared about the guy. Even the first time when this happened, the first time when Kanye started talking about the Jews, like what, 3-4 years ago? Yeah, even then, I didn't really pay attention. I didn't care. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be really upset that I'm gonna say this. But personally, I am not upset by this at all. I actually find this pretty entertaining. Obviously, yeah, I am gonna admit that for the most part, this is really stupid, but it is also pretty funny. And personally, I would absolutely love to see Kanye go and do a podcast right now. I think that would be some really good content. But you know, despite the obvious problems with a black man calling himself a Nazi, it is kinda crazy to see the amount of likes that these tweets have been getting and seeing the amount of support that he has been getting. I've literally even seen some people unironically try and tell you that Hitler wasn't actually racist. He didn't hate all the other races. It was just the Jews that he didn't like. I have seen multiple people say this unironically. And honestly, probably one of the funniest parts about this whole situation is that after Kanye tweeted all of these things about how he is a Nazi and about how he loves Hitler, at the very end, before he suspended his account, this guy was posting pornography, including interracial pornography. So look, this isn't gonna be me defending what Kanye said, even though I personally kinda get the impression that most of this is kinda just nonsense. It's like, I'm not trying to defend Kanye, but personally, I don't actually think that he is a Nazi. It's like, I don't know, sorry, but I can't really imagine a black guy unironically being a Nazi. I kinda get the impression that the only reason why Kanye is saying this is because he doesn't like Jewish people. And I kinda get the impression that the only thing that Kanye knows about Hitler is that he just didn't like Jews as well, which is why he's saying this. I don't know, that's kind of just the impression that I get. And I've also seen a lot of people debate whether this kind of speech should or shouldn't be allowed. And personally, I am not gonna sit here and say that Kanye should not have been allowed to say the things that he said. I hate censorship. I think that censorship has been making Western countries worse. So I am really glad to see that these kinds of opinions were allowed to be said on a mainstream social media platform, no matter how bad they might be.